Hello. Welcome to Vitamin D&D. You're welcome. That's how I'm starting it off. Hi everybody, welcome to Vitamin D&D, where me and my fellow actor friends sit down and we play Dungeons & Dragons and then sometimes engage in other nerdy stuff as well. My name is Dylan Worth, I'm the DM, and with me are my lovely actor friends, Casey McDonald, Percy Joe Hill, Gabriel Greer, and Grayson Lowe. We are currently missing delightful Arnelicia Gramayo, but she will be joining us soon in some next session. So, to start us off, I'm going to give a quick shout out, as we always do, to our homies at Sirenscape. If you guys don't know what Sirenscape is, it is an ambient world creator that you can use even very specifically to some of the Wizards of the Coast adventures to create beautiful senses of ambiances for combat, specific events, large landscapes, and other stuff like taverns and whatnot. So check it out if you want to use it. We use it for Icewind Dale because that's our campaign. Icewind Dale, out of the Frostmaiden. Another big shout out is to Michael Kelfie, who is a wonderful composer. He does a lot of copyright and royalty-free music, solely based on fantasy adventures. He does things for steampunk, everything else, and so we use him for ambiance in the background when we're not using Sirenscape, and then using his delightful music for the intro that we'll get to soon as I shut the fuck up. But I don't know. Does anyone have any announcements? No? None? I've got something I'd like to say. I had a cute moment this morning. I had the pleasure of waking up and the house was entirely my own, save for the pets. And so I was like, alright, I'm going to get in the mood for something creative, and I turned on Ambient Worlds and had like a little background Skyrim music, but it just reminded me how I used to do that when we all started hanging out and playing D&D in my living room, like putting my little monitor on our little table and playing the Dragon of Spire Peak, the first little campaign. I just had a little moment of like, oh, I remember being all excited and getting a Manticore minion, being like, look how cool this is.
Yeah.
And it was just a nice refresher and being like, oh, and now we're going to a studio where we have a show and lots of people. And I was like, okay, this is a good feeling. And it was just a cute moment. But that's enough about cuteness, as we're going to cut to the intro before we come back to the dangers of the wilderness of Icewind Dale. Rime of the Frostmaiden. Intro. Cut to the intro.
We bow to she who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. Her fury sheds but frozen tears as grey clouds issue forth. Her wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stealing in her cold embrace. And all the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Behold her everlasting rhyme, see how it covers all. Weep not for those she's trapped in time behind her glacial wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war, long live the queen of cold and frost, may she reign forevermore.
Welcome back. Now, where our adventurers left off, after finally returning back to the town of East Haven to find their reputation has started to precede them as heroes and starting to leave an impression. A festival, in about a week's time, taking place at the White Lady Inn, where Ronaldo, our delightful Halfling bard, has invited bards from other towns to come and partake in a nice little small festival celebrating the good people and the changes that have to come. Upon purchasing some additional armors for the unarmored, some safety goods, employing Sipo and Charlie to join them on their adventures and to kind of handle the wagon and the storage of goods, etc. Our team has left East Haven behind them, only to discover a blizzard crept in and devoured all the bodies that were tied on its posts, offers of sacrifice for Oriel the Frostmaiden. And as the blizzard grew over them, slowly swallowed them up. And as we ventured out, the blizzard seemed to have circled around and followed our team of adventurers a few hours outside of East Haven, where figures of light slowly creeped out of the blizzard. Finding these cold light walkers, these symbols of the change to come, as the Frostmaiden herself called it. You guys had a horrifying fight against beasts that just tore a bear completely in half. One of them hit Charlie Booker, and even the large man himself felt the pain of the winter's wrath. But we emerged victorious. And as we continued to venture on, we're noticing the blizzard slowly starting to cut you guys' track as you make your way to the Spire. Keen eyes of a tired slim, living up to their piercing nature, noticed off in the distance of the blizzard, towards the center that is now slowly crossing your path. Roughly about 30 other sources of light traveling towards you inside the heat of the blizzard. And our adventure today begins exactly where we left off, in the heat of the blizzard, now pounding, slowly encroaching you as 30 more cold light walkers make their way, trying to intercept the wagon of the good people.
This sure is a hot blizzard. Well, what should we do?
Just let that hang there for a second. Avoid that,
Avoid,
I think.
avoid those at all costs.
Sipo, let's go take a wide berth around whatever the hell this is.
How fast is that blizzard moving?
Roll me a nature check. That's then ascertaining the nature of it all. I know what that expression means.
18.
18, okay. So, you've lived that in Icewind Dale. This doesn't seem to be a natural
Right.
occasion. This thing is definitely pushed out towards you. You're getting the idea that unless you take like a good angle as to like how to cut through the blizzard instead of its current trajectory, you might be in shit. You might get caught in the middle of this thing. Determining the right angle of travel in order to beat its speed is the best course of action.
If we don't take a proper angle, we're in some shit. I have calculated the trajectory of the blizzard, and those are my findings.
All right, well, let Sipo know and let's get back in the wagon and get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty.
SIPO, calculations.
Sipo, we gotta be surgical with this berth.
Alright, so if this is the case, what I'm going to need from everyone right off the bat is like a seating position. So I presume you're going to be at the front with Sipo, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Keep an eye out behind us, I suppose.
So you're going to be at the back of the wagon?
Sure.
Alright, so we got Orla. Where would you like Pepe to sit if you're up front?
Pepe is up front.
Up front with
as
you?
well.
Alrighty.
I would
So
hardly
Charlie Booker is
suggest-
going to hop to the back to give you the seat as he quickly hops around. He jumps up into the
yeah,
back.
good.
So right now we have Sipo, Itaris, and Pepe at the front with the dogs. We have Borla and Charlie at the back.
We'll be in middle, I reckon.
We want to aim for the middle, so we got Donna and Tobias inside the middle, and Windian likes to cuddle up over there. Alrighty. So, if you're going to be inside the front, trying to direct them through the angle of this area, I'm going to need you to roll me a survival roll. Try your best to ascertain the best angle to cut through.
Oh, son of a bitch!
9. A 9?
You get to.
You do get to double your proficiency
the
because this is your favorite turn.
Tundra. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So.
An extra
Okay.
3.
So yeah. So proficiency is 3.
So add that extra.
So that additional 3, so the total will be 12.
Nice.
Okay.
Better.
Could not have. I mean.
All right.
Yeah.
I rolled.
Yeah.
You start to... Actually, you know what? No, this is what I'm going to do. Sorry, I did make this note. You rolled a nature roll beforehand. You are going to get advantage. Apologies.
Advantage is way
So you are
better.
going to get...
You son of a bitch!
Yeah.
So, what
This is 2 more than last time, so it's 14, right?
Yeah.
didn't I have? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
14?
Yeah.
It's so good with advantage, thanks.
Alright, so as the figures start, you still the speckles of light, now and then just being interrupted by the flurry of the blizzard that's slowly encroaching. Seapo and the Tyrus start hounding the dogs. The dogs' feet start brushing against really heavy snow as they're trying to move the entire wagon out towards what you believe is the best angle, course of action.
And what angle is that?
Precise degrees.
Alright, so as you guys start to travel for a little while, you start to notice an element of success. There's a part of the blizzard that is like, as it starts to travel out, you're starting to see that the clearing of it is a little bit inside the future. The winds are starting to die slightly as you're heading out towards that degree. I will say, however, Donna Bonnie,
Yeah.
as you guys are at the back, you're starting to feel this wagon starting to shake a little bit. You're no longer on any sort of graveled ground. You guys are out in the wilderness. The crunch of snow now interrupting the smooth path, knocking everybody about. You eventually hear leaning against the wall of it all as you and Charlie Booker are keeping a good eye. I need you to roll me perception. You hear a... And then there's a small... As an arrow pierces the edge of the canvas that wraps your guys' wagon right in front of your ear. You in the front and Seaport start to see arrows coming through the clearing of where the blizzard would end. As they launch into the blizzard, they just get carried away by the wind. Floating about. What did you roll in perception?
20.
Roll up 20?
Dirty 20.
As you start to notice arrows, and as you're looking at the back, you're starting to see the flurry of them just landing with wide berths in between them, just being carried away by the blizzard, peeking around. And with a 20, you notice several figures running through the snow. I'm going to say with 20, they're humanoid.
Okay.
They are slightly bigger than your average human.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit hunched over. And they're starting to follow along the edge of the blizzard, just launching things out.
Shooting at us, not approaching zombies or anything like that.
No, it's very clear that they're trying to go for the wagon.
So we have 2 problems. We're being shot at, there's a blizzard, well, 3 zombies, blizzard, big ice.
As the arrows slowly starting to come, you can start to see they might be aiming for the dogs. The dogs are now starting to panic as they're landing in front of them, and one of them starts stumbling down before it picks itself up, and the dogs are starting to panic. Atyrus, you and Sipo are going to roll me an animal handling check, please, just to try and keep these dogs calm as you guys are trying to stick to your path.
Yeah, animal handling. Plus 2, which is okay. So wait, the proficiency bonus is doubled?
Not for this particular check, no.
But it is wisdom.
So it's like wisdom checks based on like.
It's fine. I was finding loopholes in the system. 9.
Oh no.
No, I mean it is an animal that is based inside this terrain. Go ahead and edit. Go ahead and edit.
Can I
12 again.
shoot my crossbow at these dudes?
12.
Sure. Allow you to roll attack with disadvantage as you're trying to peek through. The blizzard is still crazy right now, and you're relying on the information that Boiler rolled with a 20. So
That way, sort of.
so as she's guiding you with a big dwarven finger, go ahead and roll me an attack with disadvantage, please, sir.
Okay.
And sorry, what did we get?
Natural 1.
Yeah. Roll once.
As you launch your arrow, even with the strength of this crossbow, it just veers off course. As you miss it, though, I will say, as you guys are starting to approach the edge of the blizzard, as the arrow comes like here, as I start running about. What did we get, sir?
12.
12. All right. Okay. So for the most part, between you and Sipo, as you guys are starting to collect it, as Sipo is doing his best just to hold the reins of the sled together, traveling about, you're very quickly able to jump down to the small plank of wood that lies into the area before you're able to correct the dogs and calm them down for a little bit. So as you're sort of surfing on the front part of it all, you're able to calm the dogs enough for you guys, between the two of you, to keep you guys on track.
How far away do these individuals look?
I'm gonna ask you to roll me another perception check because time has passed as you guys are recorrecting your course of action.
16.
All right, so with a 16, the correction of the dogs helped a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're looking at maybe about 60 feet at most. We'll say between 60 to 80 feet is what you can see, ascertaining from the most part. However, the recorrection of the course, as you start to do it, you guys are starting to notice you are making some progress, getting away from the lights and the blizzard. It's starting to come around.
I'll let anybody know with a ranged weapon generally where they are. They're about 60 feet that way.
60 feet. Could I cast a darkness spell on them so they don't know where we are or where they're going? Or is that silly?
Sure, no, yeah, you may certainly.
But
give
like,
a
does
shot.
it? If I
So-
cast it, does it completely darken our 15-foot radius, or does it darken theirs?
No, so you choose an area within the range of the spell, and then that's when the darkness comes about.
I choose their area.
So what I'm going to ask from you is to roll me a perception roll with disadvantage,
Yeah.
because you are trying to target the area, and then we'll see how that works out. And what I'll do.
Okay, so 10.
10? Okay. So, Donna Bunny reaches out her hand and suddenly there's this huge expanse of darkness. You just start to notice this black patch at the edge of the blizzard starts to go about. As you guys are starting to move across, you guys start to reach the exit of the blizzard. And as you guys start to break through, quite ahead of the chase meter, I have to say, you guys exit and the wind of the blurring wind started to fade apart as you guys start to see the more visibility of the area coming about. The aurora started to disappear and we're now slowly approaching night. However, there's still a very obvious black patch of darkness. And scurrying out, unfortunately no longer on the angle that they were, scurrying about, you see several gnolls coming about. You guys exit out of the blizzard with a fair amount of distance, enough for them to just look before they take off in the distance, giving up on their chase as you guys exit out the blizzard.
Yeah, gnolls, nasty things.
Do you think my darkness thing helped at all?
I would think so. I mean, I lost him when you did that.
Just the validation.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, that was good.
You think my crossbow arrow helped?
I think they hesitated for just a second.
I think that guy was laughing because he was so scared. You know how some people laugh when they get scared? That's what I think that was.
I do that sometimes.
I do it.
I mean, I never get scared.
Oh, just for the new players at the table, what a gnoll typically looks like is, imagine a large, humanoid, somewhat intelligent hyena person. They got like large sprawls of black fur coming out of their head.
That's what the laughter was. They
Yeah.
can't help it.
Well done. On the laughter.
Good job, Sipo, Tyrus. That could have been bad.
Thank you.
Just,
That was bad.
yeah. That's-
I'd appreciate it if you were up front next time.
Okay.
Alright, okay. We did it. That was good. Charlie Walker's at the back. He's like, fucking hell, that was cool. Oh. He just picks up an arrow off the ground. He's like, oh, we should probably keep that. He sticks it in one of the crates.
So, I think we should keep moving
toward the spire.
rather quickly.
Yeah. I mean, there's this X down here to the south, but I think we have something else to do, right? Might just be one of her Targus stashes, maybe. I don't know.
What's
Anyway.
closer?
Probably the Spire.
Let's go to the Spire.
I
Yeah.
say maybe.
From the travel that you guys
Get out
are
of
doing
this
at this point,
blizzard.
Spire would be closer.
Just being greedy, that's all.
I mean, you have the map and you have a wagon.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, keep going to the Spire.
To the Spire.
Hopefully,
Onward.
that's not exactly the thing she was trying to prevent us from going to, the Frostmaiden. Because then we're just gonna have them keep following us, right?
Right.
Great. Awesome.
Where is Gwendian sitting?
She's currently sitting at the back with you guys.
So we haven't made that much of a noise here. I mean, we killed her buddy, Sefik. Is that enough to keep her or piss her off? I guess.
Well, I certainly don't want to guess as to what she's doing. I say we just
Right.
keep going and try and keep away from her for now.
Yeah. So there's zombies that sacrificed people, maybe.
Yeah,
That
I'd say that, yeah.
Sucks.
yeah, that's
The
a lot of
lantern
people.
Zombies?
Yeah, people sacrifice to the Frostmaiden, make her happy, and she makes them into a zombie army.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Is there a way we can build an army?
I
Of good
don't-
people?
Sure. Well, you know, good people. Good people.
Rally
United
the,
for
the
this
townsfolk who are terrified of her.
Charlie, do you have any siblings that are equal in size and courage to you?
No, I'm afraid I'm an only child. I grew up inside the orphanage. I was a lot bigger than a lot of the other kids there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which orphanage? We need an army.
Oh! I mean, it's a bit far. It's out of Icewind Dale.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know any armies?
No. Personally, no.
Shoot.
I mean, the members of the guard seem quite nice,
That's true.
times.
Yeah. Would they actually fight back against her, though?
If we persuaded them to do so.
I mean, life is pretty miserable in Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
an
can
opportunity
we
to make it
start
better.
to unite people to?
I mean, they already like us, so maybe we could convince them. Hey, we can bring light back to this horrible fucking place.
Yeah.
Wait. Uh-oh. I just had an idea that is real scary for me, but
Oh, alright.
I could try to get in touch with
Oh, your
my
Mm.
dad.
dad, yeah.
Because, armies can be bought.
Oh. Right.
Let's keep that one on the back burner, maybe. And if we can't
That's an
figure
idea,
something
yeah.
else out,
We'll keep some parchment handy if you want to write to him.
okay. Anyway, I don't have a solution for right now.
That's fine.
That's an idea.
The seed has been planted.
Mhm.
I think we need an army.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Before we go to the Spire, or
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a little bit
That's a big
ambitious.
project.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a
So if we live through the Spire, then we'll get an army.
right. Live
Copy.
through the Spire, then get an army.
Okay.
You don't know any, you're a pirate. You have any pirate friends?
I have no friends.
Oh, right. You had that moment. You alright? You had a moment a while ago where you, realized we had each other's back and it kind of
Mhm.
seemed to get to you a
It
little bit.
spooked me. I'm very thrilled to be a part of this team because I don't think I've ever trusted a team prior to this, or trusted any other coworker I've ever had.
Well, we're your friends, says Gwendian, and you get a very skinny hug from a very
It does hurt. Everyone was
surprisingly
right.
light figure.
So bony.
I mean, Ronaldo's your friend, right?
I'm making a lot of friends on this journey.
Just saying.
I mean, I'm rather fond of you, but, we did have the advantage of fighting. And I think that's what breeds mates. So,
He's not wrong.
All right. Well, Nice talk.
The point
think
is, I
we
don't
should
have any friends
get
outside of
moving.
this, so let's get to the Spire.
It's fair.
That's
Well,
fair.
We still, I think we don't know. How, does it feel like it's getting close to time to sleep again, or I know it's always kind of dark here. So
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you have the understanding of the difference between what's during the day, and what's during the night, and that's
Right.
when the aurora is covering
right,
the
right,
sky.
right.
Yeah, and at this point, the aurora is slowly faded, and we are slowly starting to approach nighttime.
all right. So do we even stop, or we take shifts driving and sleeping?
Yeah, I don't think we should stop the caravan from moving. I
Yeah,
think we need to get out of this
Kinda.
blizzard.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, far away from the blizzard and the knolls.
And the lantern zombies.
Right.
And the giant humanoid men who shoot arrows at us.
Right. Well, Gwen doesn't
No.
sleep, so that's good. Maybe she can help watch, drive some of it.
And
I mean, for the most part, we've got to look after the poochies, though.
Oh, that's right,
yeah.
the dogs have to stop.
they
Right. Forgot about the dogs.
It is alright.
So I
All
guess-
right. How long do the dogs need to sleep?
Oh, super. Yeah, well, I mean, just like in every other, individual, like they need to rest, they need to eat. They are doing some pretty hard work. This is not a light wagon to carry.
So any, I guess, keep an eye out for outcroppings, something to hide behind, cover from the
Yeah.
weather.
Let's find a place and then we'll.
Do I see any
Rest.
places for us to
Yeah.
rest?
I was about to say, go ahead and roll me a perception check. So it's my favorite though. Oh.
Tyrus, do you see it?
Yeah. Can I look?
12?
12?
Yeah, can a tower see it?
Alright. So with the aurora gone, that sort of natural light hitting the white blankets of snow, slowly, darkness starts to subside. And so it becomes increasingly difficult to start to look for everything. But there's a period of time with the 12, you do pass, there's a selection of what used to be trees, which is now just a series of rather dead stumps that pass off, not too far off of your course, just hanging out in a particular area that, may bode well. There are also just, now and then you pass what would look like a giant hill lump of snow that could possibly be, some kind of cover from wind, etc. But that's about what you see with the 12.
Do you guys want to stop over that lump of snow?
Okay.
I mean, if that's the best choice we have,
That's
it's
as much as I
something.
can see.
Yeah, it's better than being out in the open. Just have to
Alright.
keep an eye out, a watch.
Okay.
All right, let's head towards Lumpy.
Alright. Sipo sort of veers the dogs towards that course and eventually stops them just so between the lump and the wagon themselves, there's a little section where you guys might just have some break from the wind. As you guys, pile out and, Sipo starts tending to the dogs, Charlie Booker helps you guys get out one by one if you require assistance. Yes, sir.
I am going to cast Primeval Awareness,
Okay.
which, sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within a mile.
Within a mile, no.
Okay. Good use of spell.
That is good.
Well, that makes me feel a bit better.
However, when you guys, as you guys start to veer off, apologies for that. As you guys start to veer off onto, out of the cabin and starting to get situated for camp, Sipo very quickly he runs. And he's like, I've got something I'd like to show you guys, just to help out a little bit. And you see he's got like a kind of a winch that seems to have been installed on the side of the cabin. And as he unhooks two of the cabinites, he's able to just pull on the small little winch. It almost looks like a rope, like a chained rope. And the side of the wagon that typically curves over eventually kind of just opens up and creates this sort of like pagoda windbreaker. And now the wagon itself is able to unfold, and you guys kind of just have this more comfortable camping area that the wagon is able to unfold.
Wow, that's some good technology.
Yeah. Small little design, it wasn't too hard to build. It's sewing over here, a little winch over there. Nothing too crazy, but at least it is a little more comfortable.
You're a talented man, you know that?
Yeah, up here, maybe.
That's where it counts.
Nowhere else?
No, please, do not rely on me in a fight. No, I know there might be maybe he could have a heroic moment. No, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. But after that, there's firewood, and out of the supplies that you guys were, you gave Sipo money, and he looked after. He paid you. There are camping supplies. There's comfortable bedrolls to accompany you guys with your cold gear, so the cold weather isn't going to affect you in any particular way, other than, it is a little uncomfortable sleeping inside very bulky sort of Cummings, but the cold weather will not be biting you today, my friends.
Wonderful.
As you guys are able to set up a campfire, and just wait for the winds to just kind of blow over the lumps in area. Now and then, if there's a patch of snow, just lands on the top of the pagoda. Instead of ruining the campsite or landing on one of you guys waiting in particular gear. While we are all sitting, however, sorry, no, I'll leave that to you. Sorry.
Shall we take a rest then?
Yes.
Seems like we're
I
all.
think so. This is. It's a hell of a place. Icewind Dale. Not sure. Must be interesting to actually have grown up here, Tyrus.
It is interesting having grown up here.
Has it been this way with the Frostmaiden? I've asked this before. I don't remember. Forever, for a long time, or is it more recent kind of a thing?
What do I know? What do I remember?
Well, I mean, the Frostmaiden has always been on the ears of people.
Right.
Out
It's
this side
definitely
of
a
the world.
tale. Yeah.
But this control that she started to have, it's been maybe about 3-4 years.
It's a long time now. Yeah. I wasn't exactly looking for a vacation, but it's been a little bit much.
Yeah. Sure. Hasn't always been bad, but recently, yeah.
How was it? What was it like before?
Depends. I mean, Targos was a very thriving town. It was a trade hub and nice port town, and just thriving. I think like any other place would be.
Were you happy before?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Better relationship with your dad before?
Yeah.
Don't suppose you want to share how that all kind of went south, do you?
Well, I think we should all get some sleep. I'm tired. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah.
Exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open for another second.
Another time then?
That's fine.
We'll be
That's
nosing.
all right. I'll take some first watch with Gwen because she's just awake.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
she's awake, but she
Yeah.
does go into a period of
Okay.
but, yeah.
Zones out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll stay up for an extra 2 hours or so and then get my shut eye after that.
Okay.
Maybe need to keep some eyes out here.
Okay.
I'll take shift after you.
Alright.
So, as you guys start to cozy up for a little bit, doesn't take long before comes from Charlie. And C4 just blocks his nose and he winks at you before he curls over. While you're staying and keeping watch, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Okay.
You have dark vision, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a regular roll. would be
19.
19. Alright. For the most part, your watch goes unattended. There's a brief moment where you notice some movement off in the distance, but small little Arctic fox locks eyes with you before it.
Good.
That's all.
Good.
But for the most part, yeah, you go uninterrupted.
Alright. Kind of poke at Iris and say, your turn. Going to bed.
Okay.
Yeah. As Boiler passes out, Pepe is like, stands kind of watch with you. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, sir. Roll for Pepe as well, if you would.
Do I get the proficiency?
You do, yes. Yeah, this is
Okay.
your natural mark.
12.
Alright. Yeah. Don't notice anything else, just staring off into the dark. Conversation about your father maybe has your mind wandering a little bit. But your sleep does go uninterrupted. Who would you like to wake up for the next shift?
I will. I will.
But I don't know that. So I wake up. I wake her up.
You feel a sort of shake up, and as you wake up to Ataris and Pepe trading places with them for a while. They will get up, and very soon, Ataris, you lie down on your back, and Pepe does the cute cat thing of
Swirling.
and she plops down and takes the most notice. Somebody go ahead and roll me perception roll, please.
I believe 13.
13. Yeah, because you do have dark vision. So yeah, as you peer out for a bit, you see a figure kind of shifting off inside the distance. It takes a while for you to focus at 13. Eventually, though, you do lock eyes with a familiar face, as in full kind of ethereal kind of nature, he starts to glow with some of the moonlight as you see Theodore staring at you, just staring at you from the distance. Seems maybe about at most 30 feet away.
I'm not going to wake anyone up for this one.
Sure.
I'm just going to wave.
Slowly starts to drift a little bit closer towards you, and as he does, even though he's taking steps, he just seems to be moving at a pace much different than his feet as he kind of glides over to the front of you. As you lock eyes, you start to see a familiar face of the elf, not really torn inside the spectre form since your last meeting, but that of very handsome half-elf that you remember being on the bow of the ship. He's still, even though ethereal, seems to be wearing the same kind of garb that you usually would be. He stares at you for a long time. Why?
I'm sorry.
That means nothing to me now. So these are your new companions.
Yes.
Maybe you'll treat them better than you treated us.
I will.
I want you to know that I am aware that at some point you'll find us. You know where we are. And if you don't, I want you to know that I'm definitely going to bring your past to you. As he raises his hand up, slowly out of the snow, more ethereal figures start to rise up. Maybe about close to 40 figures stretch out. As they slowly take form, you start to recognize them as he starts to paint a picture of the old crew of your ship. First figure that stands taller than all of them is Captain Blue Moon. Thick, heavy coat, his large hat over his head, and the tall, jagged sword that he always kept at his side. second form that grips your heart as it forms is a small gnome. Fog, the navigator. It forms is old and stern-faced, still kissed by the sun, making him looking maybe even 10 years older. His old thin mustache as it ran down to the side. And he just stares at you. And then the third and final figure, standing maybe about 5'10", her short, black hair swept to the sides, her long, thin, pretentious, elvish ears, bullshit tattoos of the makeup that she has around her eyes, and a very noticeable scar on her lip that you remember giving her is Lilith Voxgate. Theodore lets you stare at them for a while. So all the faces of your old crewmates start to form. He drops his hands. They all just sort of disappear before they get to the front lines, and those that are left behind slowly start to meld and take the form of Etyrus. Fog slowly turns into Pepe. Lilith slowly gains bandages around her head. Captain Blue Moon turns into a staunch dragonborn, and all of them slowly start to take the place of Tobias, Orla, and eventually Charlie and Seapop. When your past finds you, I'm going to make you watch them die. And one by one, Tobias's face gets skinnier. Boy's head starts to torment down. Pepe starts to shrivel up onto the ground. Orla fades to ash and bone and collapses right at their feet. And then I'm going to leave you like you left us, out in the snow. And then we'll forget about you the way you forgot about us. Maybe then I'll accept your apology. And with that, he fades, and all the images almost just seem to turn to snow inside the wind as they blow off into the distance, leaving you standing 15 feet away from your camp of your new friends. Alone.
I'm gonna take a walk. And I'm gonna wake up Tobias to take a shift.
Tobias, you feel
I was just having a really lovely dream. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, my turn. Okay, yes, absolutely. You okay? You look a little pale. I mean, paler than usual.
I'm fine.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna do a perimeter check. I'll be back soon.
Perimeter check. Now, there's an idea. Good luck.
Alright. So roll me a perception as you're keeping an eye out, and then as you're walking, just roll me a perception. Just as you're walking.
23.
10.
So, crunch of snow is underneath your boots. The wind has died down to just a more gentle breeze now. The blizzard seems to have passed off inside the distance. With a 10, you don't notice anything as you just continue to just march through the snow. Tobias with a 23, keeping a keen eye out for a little bit. Hell of a good dream. You woke up sharp-minded. Yeah, and as you start to peer out, you do notice the shuffling of some animals, but nothing drastic. The occasional owl. Last but last. You do, however, notice Donna just walking by herself for quite a bit of the distance into the dark. For the 23, you're just able to keep track of her, make sure she's not lost or anything gets her. However, for the most part, goes undisturbed. Who would you like to wake up?
I look over and I notice that Gwendolyn is just staring at me. Did you,
Hi. Oh, yeah. I'll
Okay.
take check.
Okay.
She just stands inside the snow, the ropes now and then. Do you still want to venture out, or are we returning to camp?
I'll return to camp and finish my rest.
As
No,
you
it
get
won't
there.
be sleepless.
So you cuddle in for the most part. Gwyneth just continues to stare out. And as you're trying your best to go back to bed, you just notice she's just fondly staring out. And slowly but surely, large heavy breaths of Charlie's big chest just... None in Pepe. Just instinctually, Ataris just scratches her head, and she's like, and curls up back to bed. And you sit there, surrounded by your other friends, as eventually sleep does find you. And you all eventually awaken to the shimmering aurora in the sky, signaling that it is indeed day. Fire has officially died out, and morning finds you all. At this point, Sipo is already hard at work just gathering some bread and some other options for breakfast. Charlie's doing his best to start reigniting the fire, but he's battling with his big hands, trying to get the flip going.
Oh, it was good. A lot better than the stable, I think. Yeah, that's better. Better. Oh.
No? Should we get moving?
Did we have food?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's once again, out of the supplies that you guys have given Sipo, he bought fruit, and so for the most part, you guys are able to have some fairly decent food. Some of it is kind of like the majority of it is kind of rations, but now and then, getting some dry sort of stale bread is accompanied with some some sausages that he's able to warm up, and so it's something warm that hits your belly.
If it comes down to it, I do have the Outlander background, so I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to five other people each day.
There you go.
If it becomes needed,
Yeah, it might be.
I'll forage a bit, kill some wild game. Not that fox though. The fox was cute.
Yeah, the fox are all high.
Unless I'm really hungry.
Alrighty, my friends. As morning finds you and you're all able to wake up, put your snow gear, make sure that everything is set, having a nice hearty breakfast, you guys are left for your own devices how to continue your adventure.
Keep going on to the Spire.
Aspire to the spire. It's just something
Wow.
I dreamt.
Did you get any rest?
Huh?
Did you get any rest, or?
Listen, it's my first tagline, so
We'll see how it works.
okay.
Rule of threes. Just try 2 more times.
Sure. Acquire the spire.
That
Like
one
better.
is worse. But
Yeah, I like it better.
Okay,
I
well-
think it's a step up.
well,
I think it's
Perspire
really-
to the spire.
I know, but going backwards
That's more
again.
inspired.
Oh, inspired. Inspired by the. Okay.
Yep.
Inspire to the spire.
Let us go.
Can we see it yet, or is it too far out?
I mean, roll me a perception.
Sure.
You guys have been traveling for quite some time.
Can't see it.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
What are we rolling?
Perception, if you guys want to keep your eye out.
15.
18.
Okay. So, no and no. 15, 18.
Still looking for that fox.
At this moment in time, although the wind is definitely died down for quite a bit, there's some rumblings in the bed, but at this moment in time, nothing that would catch your eye as to what the Spire is. However, you did know going into this might be like a 2 to 3 day trip based on your
Right.
travels. However, you did handle that blizzard rather impressively, so you may be closer than you think.
Good.
Huh? Can't see it, but I think we should go quickly.
The sooner the better.
Yeah.
Alright, as you guys settle on up, once again, seating orders Sipo immediately is like, hey, you, up front, please.
Yeah.
Great.
Can I go to the back now,
Yeah.
Orla?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the middle.
Do you want to join Tobias in the center then? Tobias
Sure.
and
Sounds good.
make Gwyndian. Charlie's like, oh, I like sitting at the back. You know, it's just easy to spill out when you're this big.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, big. Sure enough, you guys settle on out. Heading out towards the Spire. As you start to like look for the map and sort of search things out, you can't get lost because of Atyrus's keen eye and beautiful ability. However, I'm going to ask for a survival roll for anyone who wants to partake in the idea of going through the map. You are currently, I think, the only one that can read the map.
Yeah, so yeah,
What?
I'll do that. Just
Dwarvish?
Dwarvish, yeah.
Yeah, well, I speak Dwarvish.
Oh,
so
there we
I-
go.
You're
So
good, yeah.
then, yeah, you're able to understand the map as well. Okay, so for the most part, yeah, let's see how survival goes.
Survival?
Yeah.
24?
Oh yeah, 24. Very easy for you to stay on track. For the lack of detail outside this wilderness enough, you're able to catch how someone would like cartographer a map.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the most part, you guys are able to travel for quite some distance before you come to a small divvy inside the road. The path that you guys are taking eventually starts to turn into two kind of separate options that you're able to ascertain. The first of which is what looks to have been a forest back in the day, but slowly but surely the winter has killed all of the leaves and the life of the trees, leaving these small, dark, kind of stretched stumps that issues out towards it. However, because of your 24, you're able to see another path. There's a path that kind of divvies around the weather that blows through. It seems to have almost been this natural kind of tunnel area. Typically happens like if there used to be a long river that had traversed, or like a divot inside the ground. The snow, the constant snow and the weather and the frost sort of forms a little crevice over the area, creating a unnatural cave of some sorts. And that's another particular area that you're able to ascertain from your knowledge of this particular area, that this might actually be an additional path through that cuts through some of the beating weather of the blizzard and such. And that's what you get with a 24.
That's what you get. I relay this message to everyone and say we should go towards the cave.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, nothing bad has ever happened in a cave.
Like actually to us in a cave, yeah.
Right.
Like there was a whole witch thing and
Right. I forgot about the witch, and then also
Ice-
that giant dwarf.
zombie.
Yeah.
Giant zombie thing.
Yeah, that was
and inside that Duragar's place, yeah.
right.
All caves.
Let's go though.
I mean, I grew up around in caves, so I get it. But yeah, lots of bad stuff in there.
But lots of good stuff in
But-
caves too.
Well, yeah.
This is-
Alright.
Yeah, sure.
I think
yeah,
this would be a
thanks.
shortcut though.
Hold up. Sorry to interrupt. You fought a giant? Did I hear that right?
It was like an undead giant that was brought back by a witch, a hag.
Fuck me, that's cool.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
Oh, where was I for that one? Sipo, you hear that? He's like, nope, and I'm not going to. Wow, that's mighty cool, that is. Oh, I wish I was there for that one. Oh,
Yeah,
it was
like
fun.
we were on the frozen lake, right, like Denishire.
Oh, alright.
We
Interesting.
well killed them or killed it again because it was like undead, and then killed the witch hag thing.
Oh,
Yeah, she was a sea hag. I
that's
think.
amazing. Be honest with me, though. How big was it? I've never seen a giant before.
Well, it was quite a bit, like 15, 20.
Bigger than
something like huge.
the dark dwarf fella that we beat up.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was bigger.
Oh,
than
yeah.
that.
Whoa,
I
that's
think so. Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
I bet I would have.
Yeah, you would have a great
Wow.
time.
It's very rare I get to see things bigger than me. You know, that's like a person. You know, I've seen like a bear that's bigger than me. He got me this actually. He sort of gestures to his giant coat. He says, "Yeah, but like, you know, person bigger than me. That's rare. That's fun stuff." Wow. Can we keep an eye out for giants?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
going to a cave, so I
Yeah.
mean we're two for
Oh,
two there. So
The reason I want to go to this
Actually
cave is
speak
because it it just doesn't look like it's very known. It's like pretty hidden. So I don't know. This looks very traveled and not great.
Right, we should probably stay off the beaten path to avoid running into any more lantern zombies or
Gnolls
cackling
Right.
gnolls.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Okay.
Did you want to hang on to this since you can read Dwarfish as well?
Sure. All right.
Just for notes as well, the 2 notes that you guys had
Oh yeah.
from before, and the 2 dog art, they are still here. Permanent props. If anyone ever wants them for any particular reason, please let me know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at them just because.
Oh, yeah, please.
It's
All means.
been a while.
All right. So,
The dwarf.
per your instruction, it takes some time for you to like notice the divot. The rest of you, Ataris kind of understands the landscape of the area, but before long, true to Sipo, as he's being guided, kind of divots down towards, and you start to see the idea of how, you know, a ridge of white and then like a field of white. It's pretty hard to see, even with the, you know, the aurora kind of shines against the snow. Eventually, it kind of divots down, and before long, you guys kind of find yourself, you know, kind of like those aquarium tunnels that you go to. Basically that, but of ice cold frost that seems to have been frozen over, like, for years of this particular weather going about. The crunch of snow eventually leaves the dog's footprints and the wheels of the wagon, until eventually you find the rare sound of dirt underneath by, as it seems that some of the dirt in the bottom and the snow might have just melted and converted into the frost and some of the dirt underneath you. As you go down inside, the light that beams out from the bottom slowly sort of bounces off of the frost, and you can start to see maybe about 120 feet for the most part. There's light that kind of beams in from the aurora at the other edge of the tunnel. But the tunnel sort of eventually branches out in its very natural environment, as now and then large little stalactites from dripping ice have started to form, and it takes Sequel some time to kind of root about, and he's starting to take it slow just to carefully navigate through this area. While everybody enters this new environment, can I ask a perception check from everybody, please?
Sure.
22.
Ooh, 22, alright.
Okay.
You are still going to gain
Natural
your...
20.
Right.
Plus perception.
Loud and proud.
so-
Loud and proud.
25. Do I get my
You are
thingy
still
thing?
going to get your bonus.
28.
Alright.
Aye.
So we had a, what, a
22.
22 at 28? 9.
16.
16, okay, great. So,
My God.
good thing you're in the front.
Hurt.
And
Yeah.
Tobias, as you're sort of leaning against the edge of it, your ears pick up something. Tyrus, you're very quick to notice it as well. And as you start to pick up at the sound of something, your eye catches very keenly what looks to have been blood frozen. Small patches that sort of divvy off to another area of the cave, and even though it's kind of dark and huddled inside those sides of the area from the light that's piercing through, you hear, and you start to hear like a and with the perceptions that you guys rolled as well, you start to notice, as you start to progress to the center of this area, it is getting noticeably colder in a very strange kind of way, almost biting at your skin. You, less so. You're able to recognize it, but for you and for you and for you, you definitely start to feel the bite of this cold.
Where have you taken us?
This, I don't know, may have been a mistake. Do I like perceive any of what this noise is, or do I recognize anything?
And I'm gonna ask how we are communicating here. If we're trying to keep it quiet, I am gonna need a stealth roll from everybody.
Quiet might be good, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What is
Quite.
that?
An attempt at quiet.
So stealth rolls from everyone, please.
It's not bad.
Well, I'm gonna make it like a group stealth because it is a stealth.
Don't
Oh.
first person.
So,
Okay, 13.
2.
okay.
6.
Well, we're gonna
Does
get
that-
into a
does that
fight.
mean- Does that mean I have disadvantage?
13.
Disadvantage. Yeah, you have disadvantage for some, probably your armor or something like that.
Yeah, I have disadvantage as well. So.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so 6.
6.
14.
14, alright.
13.
13.
Why is it so hard for us to whisper?
And I'll roll for 1. And then Charlie. Oh shit. Alright, Charlie.
He stops moving when you see him. Zorak's like,
Charlie's the stealthful one. Yeah, jeez. That's
Wow.
really good.
He got a 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dirty 20,
Walks
but he
like
got
a
it.
Deer.
where's Charlie? Oh wait, there he is.
I try to remember.
Oh, that's upsetting.
He's
He's
it's
averaging
a
us out or
group.
something.
These guys are kind of whispering. You guys aren't being as quiet as you think you'll be.
What? What do you say?
From C4, there's a from the distance. And out of the dark, especially you two, we would just roll high on perception. We're going to let that ride for a little bit. Let's just start to hear a... Getting closer towards you guys. Everyone is going to have the quickest time right now to do their best to come up with an action if they want. You have a brief moment as you start to hear these steps coming towards you guys.
Is what's the kind of situation where we're at, like exit and entrance? and
So
all?
you've traveled maybe about... That's why I would say you traveled maybe about 30 feet. You were pretty quick on your perception rolls. So you've traveled maybe about 30 feet. In front of you towards the natural exit of this, you're looking at about maybe between 80 to 100 feet left to go. The area is pretty vast, like around you there. It has kind of opened up from this entrance, and it's just natural kind of cavernous, so it's not like a dome that you're under. There's areas that have like stalactites and everything coming out. Sorry,
Is the
what's up?
sound coming from in front of us, where to where we're going?
No, so it's not coming towards the exit. It is kind of veering off towards. I guess it'll be your left.
Let's
Go.
haul ass.
Ah.
Hit the Sipo.
Right.
Hopefully our dogs are faster.
So
They
Sipo,
had a night of rest. Let's go.
I'm gonna roll an animal handling check for Sipo. It's a chance to get the.
Oh no.
Take a look. I haven't touched. Just take a look. I do one.
What?
Sipo,
It's a natural one.
natural one. As Sipo is
Sipo, you
Terrified.
panicking son of a...
he starts
You
to go
coward,
forward. The dogs
Sipo.
as they start freaking out. The
Shit.
as a large figure, hands caked and mouth dripping with blood, starts coming out, marching out towards you guys, and Sipo starts freaking out. Freddy's maybe about 20 feet away from you as this large figure is marching out. I'm gonna need everybody to roll me initiative.
Charlie, I think you're
Yeah,
gonna get to
Charlie.
see
Look
something
at this.
bigger
And
than you.
we're gonna cut to a quick break as we set up the table and to see what happens. It's at this magical land of Icewind Dale. We'll be back in about 10 minutes as we set
I
this
know.
up. Be right back.
1.
Hit us, Lars. And welcome back. As this beast starts stumbling outside, you guys witness the figure of this large creature. Its stomach is somewhat kind of bulbous, its arms long, almost down to past its knees. Its long face with its distorted nose has started growing tusks, and its weird regenerative nature has started mutate as it forms these large tusks that are now just caked in flesh and blood as an ice troll spins its way out, marching down towards you guys.
Oh!
Take a look at it if you guys would like.
Oh!
And we're gonna run into combat.
Make sure
Alrighty.
the camera can see its nastiness there. Of course, my hand's shaking for some reason.
Well,
He's
Charlie,
terrified.
you lucked out, buddy.
This one is not as muscly as you, though, Charlie.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck it up! Sorry, give me 1 second. Everyone has rolled for initiative, correct?
Yes.
You may roll for.
Oh, that's right. Could we roll for Woodian, and I'll keep charge of Charlie Booker.
Yeah, roll for Bunny. Better than me.
Alrighty, Borla Forge Point. Initiative, please.
Mine is 9.
9. Tobias Kintley.
18.
18. Nice. Donna Bunny.
7.
7. Atara Slim.
10.
10. And Gwyndian the Great.
14.
14. And I will roll for. Alrighty. So, right up at the front, Tobias, as your ears caught it earlier before, this large, blue, hairy, bloody creature's running off to you. You are the first to go, sir. The dogs at this point are terrified, and Sipo has not done a good job of cycling it up. You are dead still inside this cave.
So I'm standing next to Borla,
Correct.
and I'm going to take my long crossbow, and I'm going to rest it on top of her axe. Stay very still. And I'm going to shoot it at his face.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll, sir.
Ooh.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, 5.
5. Oh. Resting it on, you just can't help but shake from the increasing cold as just greases over its shoulder. Just starts charging towards you.
That might have been Borla's fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't his own.
I'm gonna go with that.
Alrighty.
Yep. That's my,
You get 2 attacks.
Borla gets too excited at the start
Oh,
of
wait.
combat. She's like doing this.
do I get... No, I don't get 2. No, I do get 2 attacks, right? No, I don't.
No, you
I
get-
didn't with level 5. I
No,
get
you got
Uncanny
a-
Dodge.
Yeah, which is fucking brilliant.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So next up is the ice troll. As it just starts running towards you guys.
Man, the ice roll rolled that well.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
also didn't roll that great.
Let's see. It's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
25. And it's gonna make a swing at Sipo, who's at the edge over there. As it gets closer to you guys, just stomping at you guys, the bitter cold is coming with it. You start to see the frost on the ground grows, even on the the edges of you guys' wagon. Frost just starts to tear into the wood. Alright, and he's gonna. Oh shit. This might just be a rollful situation. As he starts to reach out towards Sipo with a multi-attack.
Sipo.
First one's gonna hit.
Oh god, Sibo.
Second one will miss. Okay, third one misses. Okay, we've got one good roll in there. Alright. As it starts to lurch out, its hands just go springing out. Sipo just collapses into you for a second. You're able to just move him out of the way of this massive hand that just slams into the side of the wagon. As it goes in for another one, you're able to throw Sipo into the air and duck down, and the arm just clicks out in between you. But as he lands, this mighty maw of this disgusting creature just tears into Sipo.
Oh.
It's gonna be that. Sipo's looking bad. It crunches into his chest. You guys hear this collarbone and the shoulder beneath this thing's jaws just crunch out. Sipo is crying in pain as it just lifts off and just Sipo's blood is now joined the other collection of blood underneath his chin. However, seeing this, Charlie Booker is like, "Get your fucking hands off him!" and leaps off and runs towards him. However, he is inside the ice troll's cold aura
Great.
and is going to take. Okay, you did it right. he runs. The bitter cold is starting to just tear his fists, and his fists, as they crunch, the cold just starts to bite into them. But Charlie just charges past the two of you guys. Lands 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's just going to run up beneath it, and he's just going to just start swinging at it with his multi-attack. Okay, first one's definitely going to hit. The 25 and then a 24. Both are going to hit.
He's mad.
Oh yeah, you piss. Okay, 2 maximum damage right off the bat.
Nice.
Yeah, it just runs up beneath it, just smacks this thing in the knee. As it ducks down, he just clubs it in the head. Alright, next up is going to be Gwyndian the Great. Do we have anyone that's going to be playing for the wizard? Are you good with her?
I'm looking through her spells and stuff.
Beautiful.
Okay, so Gwyndian. I got it. Okay. Well, obviously this thing is cold, and fire is better, right, than cold? Sure. So she's gonna try and if we can get the
You would like the nacho?
the nacho, and not hit Sibo, so she has
The
to hop
Dorito.
off to the side. It's got a 15-foot range.
Correct, yeah, 15-foot cone. And it is to scale with our maps,
Mm-hmm.
because Flowscape.
Mm-hmm. So right now Sibo would be in the way, so I guess
Yep.
she would, maybe if she hopped out here
Okay,
and just
be able to angle it up.
split the difference there, right?
Great, yeah, and she's keeping that 5-foot gap in between them, right?
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Does it look like that its arms are long enough to reach further than that 5 feet? Can she tell?
With a passive perception, hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Right.
Yeah.
But all right. So yeah, it's a dexterity.
Dexterity save,
Save.
correct.
She's gonna cast it at 2nd level.
2nd level, thank you kindly, sir. Alright, dexterity is not the biggest. Alright, that's going to be a 13.
It is a 14 to save.
Alright.
So 4d6 fire. That's a 6.
Lovely.
A lot of 3s. 15 fire damage.
15. Oh, wait, sorry. At the top of her turn, she is going to take damage because of the cold aura.
The cold aura.
I
got
did
it.
forget about that. I apologize. So she
Health
is going to take 11 points of cold damage.
Jeez.
But as she lifts up her sleeves, the fire just starts to collect, and slowly small pieces of ember come under her sleeves. But as she fans out her hands, the embers spark. In a cone of fire just encapsulates this ice troll, who screams in pain at the notion of fire. Just roar! His hairs just starts catching fire. You guys start to get the smell of a burning troll, and it is disgusting. The fire seems to have done quite a bit to this.
Keep working with that fire.
Good to know.
Alrighty, is that going to be all for Gwyndian?
I think so. She didn't really have any bonus actions, and probably doesn't want to get clawed by running away if it's got the range. Looks like it's got long arms. So, yeah, I guess that's it.
Alrighty. Next up to go is Atyrus. At the top of your turn, sir, you are resistant to cold damage. So, okay, so you're going to take 3 points of cold damage. Even the biting cold is even starting to get close to like a Tyrus, as some of your scales just slowly start to turn up at the biting cold. However, you were noticing this troll going absolutely savage now, caught on fire. How would you like to respond, sir?
I'd like to get over here, flank him.
Alrighty, with Charlie Booker.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Landing on the ground. Go ahead and make your move.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Beautiful.
And then... yeah, let's hit this bad boy with a longsword.
Alrighty. Pulling out his brandished sword that he pulled off the corpse of a dead dwarf. Just a spark of green energy lifts from underneath his scales when it ignites the blade and ranger energy as he swings with advantage.
So, 12. 15. 15.
15 just misses, I'm afraid.
Well,
Or
well.
does it?
okay.
Alrighty, go ahead and expend your point.
Yes. I'm gonna get lucky.
With advantage still.
Yep. So that one is 17. Okay, 17.
17's gonna hit.
Right.
Alright. There's a brief second where the troll's just freakish movements of the fires looks like it's not gonna get. And for the small, like the most perceptive of you, Tobias, you notice a small glint inside of Tyrus's eye as he just curves his blade slightly higher, going straight up for his corpse. Go ahead and roll your damage, sir.
Is this a D10? Okay.
Plus your
So-
D8 from your Zephyr Strike.
Yes. So that's 10. 11.
Alright.
Wait, let me make sure.
Pretty solid hit as this cuts right into the side up of its ribs, just missing its like gross belly. Nice turn. Is that all gonna be all for you, sir?
I get to attack twice.
Oh shit, you do! Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage.
This pisses me off. It's 14. Whoa! 14.
Not gonna hit, I'm afraid.
Lucky?
Go ahead and expend it.
Really?
Yep, you can only use one per instance, but the second attack is a separate instance, so you can expend it.
God, I'm going to fight you if 15.
Just misses, I'm
Oh
afraid.
my.
God!
Oh, yikes.
Excellent.
That was a lot.
However,
Trying to hit.
as you're trying your best, you're just missing it for that second bit. It is indeed Pepe's turn directly after yours.
Yeah, Pepe. Now, if Pepe goes behind, and is he flanked with Sipo?
Oh. Yeah, he would technically, it is technically a flank. You know, it would count as a distraction.
I'll take a technicality.
However, at the start of Pepe's turn,
Come on,
Pepe does have resistance to cold damage, being a snow leopard.
of course.
Okay, so Pepe is going to take 4 points.
Okay.
Divided by 2 is 2 points. Fuck, I had a massive brain fart there. That was scary for a second. I wasn't a person. Yeah, 2 points of cold damage. As Pepe leaps off and is able to get the flank with Sipo.
But it has to be a straight line to be pounced.
It does, but I mean, Sipo does have enough movement to essentially book at 5, 10, 15, 20, and then maybe get... So, I mean, you have enough movement for Pepe to, like, get across
Yes,
the ice.
let's
and
do
then-
that.
Yeah.
Great. All right, so go ahead and roll. With advantage,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah, so.
And remember that the proficiency bonus that he gets isn't shown in there, so you do have to add the 3
Yeah.
from the attacks, yeah.
So
D&D
that's
Beyond is working on it.
Okay. So. Sorry, guys. 26. Okay.
Yeah.
26.
We're gonna hit.
And 26.
wow.
Wow.
All right. 26 is for sure gonna hit, as now jumping on its back, the snow leopard just clings into the warts that seem to be growing on its back. All right, so go ahead and roll damage, and I believe it has to make a strength save, right?
It has to make a. Yeah,
Yeah.
12.
Okay. Okay, that's a dirty 20. It's a troll. It's very
Pretty tough.
strong. There's a +4 modifier.
2.
So although that thing doesn't fall forward, this stuff was
Yeah.
tearing into its back.
So 4 damage.
All right. Oh, that's.
And then. Issue command. Okay. Not a problem. Okay.
All good for you? Alrighty. At the end of Pepe's turn, Borla with Donna on deck.
Alright, so Borla is going to run leaping off of the edge of this and try and bury manifest subjugation right in this thing's face.
Alright. Leaping off
Bonus
the-
action with the rage so the ghosts out like mid-flight and try and
Oh.
smack it in the face.
What a beautiful sight as this leopard is just clawing into the back. Right in front of it, this dwarf leaps off with this tuning fork blade and just roar! And as she screams, wisps of dwarven spirits come out. However, at the top of your turn, as you leap into the cold, you can feel it like biting into your cheeks and your wrists. That's going to be 8 points of cold damage. However, running across, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm flying through the air, no advantage on that.
I mean, see, here's where it's tricky. Like, what angle is advantage?
It's not. If it's okay, I'll it's gonna be reckless because she wants advantage.
Oh, well, then, yeah, then
it's
you-
a reckless attempt to fly through the air, so
There
it
you
should
go.
be reckless, right?
There we go.
All
Roll
right.
with advantage.
Let's see. Ah, in your face. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
23.
Oh, definitely gonna hit.
Great.
Love it.
For for 8 slashing damage,
All right.
and you can do it again.
All right. Go
Just
for
as-
it.
Just as reckless. 17
17 is gonna hit.
for another. Much better. 17 slashing damage on that one.
Oh,
Yes.
hefty chunk of damage
Yes.
as these spirits just start flying around, managing cutting open its side. As it goes to like swing at you, you just see Boiler rolls around and then like stabs upwards, just getting underneath the arm and just into this thing's chest.
So it is now.
Movement speed is hard.
I think it's just down by 10.
Oh, down by 10.
Yeah, I think that's the slash. Let me look at the slasher real quick. That's the critical hit. Yeah, reduced by 10.
Okay.
It's more the rage thing. I was double checking here.
It has
Yeah, yeah,
disadvantage
yeah.
on anything other than you.
Yeah, disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me, and if it does attack someone else, they have a resistance to the damage. So,
Nice.
come at me, bro.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Donna Bonnie.
I'm not going to move, and I'm going to curse some amplified bloated agony
Oh,
on
beautiful.
Mr. Trolley.
Okay, great. That is a a Constitution saving throw? What is it?
The creature can make a Constitution saving throw,
Yeah.
DC 14. On a success, the curse ends.
Okay, it's a pretty Constitution. Oh, yeah, that's 8. Has a +6, and I rolled a 2.
Oof.
So it's gonna work.
Ooh, beautiful. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting this. However, at the
uh-huh.
top of your turn, you are gonna take, because you are within its aura, 6 points of cold damage as the cold just bites into you.
It's a
No.
wide aura.
Yeah.
Alright, whoops. Damaged. Okay, wonderful. Do I... Now what do I do after I cast that?
He failed his roll.
Right.
So as you guys,
And it takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than...
yeah, if it
More than one
moves at
melee.
all, or if it makes an attack during its turn, for each attack that it makes, it takes a 1d8 necrotic damage.
If it makes more
If
than
it
one
makes-
melee.
Yeah.
So not each attack.
Oh, yeah, if
Each
it makes
above
more than
one, I
one.
guess. Yeah. Nice.
So you guys start to watch as its already bloated stomach just starts to grow. This thing is like singed on fire. It's getting sliced and cut to shit, and now its stomach is just like.
Gross.
Alrighty. I believe you still have.
I still have some stuff to do.
Yeah, you do.
baby. Now I'm going to do some Rite of Dawn, Crimson Rite. I'm going to take my boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to do 1d6 of damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have resistance to necrotic damage. Sheds bright light. Is that all I need to know? What is
Yeah, and then you'll deal the extra damage in on a hit.
Okay. So I take 1 damage.
Nice.
for
All
crit
right.
hit.
Very easy cut. Like
Uh-huh.
just taking some of the frost, you're just able to cut underneath it,
Yeah.
draw some blood, and
Mhm.
once again, the boomerang is ignited.
And we throw that puppy. I don't think it has any balls, so we're gonna go straight for.
Mean.
Let's go for that. What's a really? Let's do the jugular vein.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack.
Love to.
Oh wait, hang on. Is
Yeah.
Blooded Agony a bonus action?
Nope.
No.
You mean Crimson, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Your Crimson
Crimson
Light
bonus.
to light your bone was your bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and then your Blooded Agony. Is that an
It's
action?
just an action.
Okay, so then,
Do I not get that?
yeah, you wouldn't be able to attack. The extra attack applies to if you take an attack action.
Wonderful. Well, I have 2 actions in 5th level. I have an extra attack.
Oh yeah, so the extra attack applies to when you use the attack action.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you attack somebody, you can immediately get another attack afterwards.
Okay.
It's technically how it's worded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm done.
Uh,
I have a lit up boomerang, but I have to hold on.
well, you have an empowered boomerang, and this creature is now bloated in agony.
Love it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So top of the round, Tobias Kinsley, sir. First of his name, you are going to take 11 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Rolling well in the aura. Shit on his attacks.
Ouch! I'm
Get
gonna
killed by cold aura.
It's a nasty move.
I'm gonna hit him with the crossbow.
Alright, beautiful. Go ahead and roll an attack, sir.
Son of a bitch. 8.
8. I'm not gonna hit, I'm afraid.
Move out of the way. Move out of the aura.
Yeah. You got range, I mean, shit.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Alright, so unfortunately,
Oh.
crossbow just flies off the edge.
I meant like now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna move.
Book it out of the aura.
Book it out of the aura.
Sure, I mean, you got 30 feet of movement, right? So you
Yes,
got
sir.
5, 10. I mean, where would you like to go?
Also, a bonus you
Where
can
does
add.
the aura end?
So it'll be right about the edge of this.
Okay, so I'm
Back
out
of
of it there. Sorry.
You'll be out of it over here.
All right. Well,
One more up.
Skip.
Boop-a-doop.
Yep. So I'm out of there.
Cool. Just as a note for a rogue,
Mhm.
you can hide as a bonus action. So
And then I can do sneak attack next turn.
correct. So
Okay,
if
I'm
you
gonna-
want to try hide behind the pillars.
I'll hide behind that pillar then.
Great. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
10.
10. All right.
Yoban hates these
Now,
stuff.
top of the ice troll's turn. Very typically, you start to see some of its wounds slowly start to go across. However, the embers from the fire attack that came from Gwyndian's hand, they just float off, and it's unable to regenerate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't regenerate. And fuck, it's a hard decision, but it is gonna go for Bola, who is just radiating green energy as it just turns to
do
you and just comes running towards you. Its blood is spilling out. Its gut is just like blotting out.
At advantage because I went reckless.
Correct. And it's going to use its multi-attack, so on its second turn, please remind me to take the d8 of necrotic damage from your bloated curse. Okay, first one, yeah, it's 25 to hit.
Just barely.
Alright. 26 on the second one. And, oh, okay, 16?
Oh yeah.
16 hits. Alright, so it's going to hit with all 3. However, I'm going to
D8.
do its damage first. And then it's going to take the d8 after its first attack because of your handy ability. Alrighty. So that's going to be 3 damage, reduced 3 slashing damage, reduced to 1. And then for the cold damage,
Oh, that's right. Why is
yeah.
it so low?
then that's going to be 8 cold damage on that one.
Awesome. That's not great.
Alrighty. So then that's going to be 4, so that's going to be 5 slashing damage in total after its reduction.
After reduction.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then okay, only 2 points of cold damage
Yay.
from that one. I am gonna ask you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Pretty good. Don't roll like shit. 13.
As this first claw just like bites into Borla, and as you're able to like strip him off, and this other claw just comes sweeping by and just slaps you, and you just feel like the cold frost just tears into your face. You are gonna have disadvantage on its attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
Keeping with the reckless.
And for the last damage, that's gonna be 4 reduced to 2.
Alright, there's more coming.
Yeah, one more. And then 9 cold damage. And then from the necrotic. Ooh! Actually, wait, do you want to roll damage for the necrotic? Because that'll be a lot more fun.
I was like,
8 squared.
Yep.
5.
5, better than the one I rolled. So it takes,
Wounded by.
as it's like swinging and just smacking into Borla, you just start to see its stomach just get more bloated before it like has to fall to a knee and just starts throwing up blood on the ground.
That's nasty.
Alrighty, however, top of Charlie's turn, and Sipo goes after him, so they're both going to take cold damage. Okay. Which Charlie took. Last one. Alright. And then let's roll for Sipo. You guys watch as Charlie just starts getting bitten by it. He like stands up and goes running towards him, and his eyes catch it, and you guys follow his gaze, and Sipo just collapses, paralytic on the ground, freezing. Sipo is currently unconscious, and I'm gonna have to make a death saving throw for him at the end of this turn. Also, just totally forgotten, I made you a cool bloated agony ring.
I was wondering, I forgot.
Thank you. There we go.
There we go.
And now we are reminded that it has bloated agony on it. So, alright, so you guys watch as Sipo just like falls on the ground, paralytic in shock. Booker notices and just screams in rage before he goes in again with a reckless attack, and he's gonna have advantage because he's flanking with the Tyrus. Alright, first one's gonna hit. Natural 20 on the second. Alright, he's pissed. He's so pissed. Alrighty, that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Alright, Charlie. Let's go, Charlie! 16 points of damage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he just starts... It starts punching it in the its bloated stomach, and this thing is just reeling in pain as it starts throwing up blood on top of Charlie. He's just like, ah! Just starts punching his stomach. That's going to be Charlie's turn. We have Gwyndian with a Tyrus on deck. Gwyndian at the top of her turn is going to take all. What happened to our music here?
It's just a slow song.
Oh, you can hear it.
It
You got all
Use
quiet
that
because way over Sipo's potential.
That's going to be 7 points of cold damage to Gwyndian.
That's how that works. She is in some trouble. She probably would like to move back. She can't do all of her fire's area of effect, so it'll hit people. It's not a good spot to put it, so she's gonna back up.
Alright.
She's gonna have to back up. At the very least, it has disadvantage and stuff like that. So
As she leaves,
uh-huh.
nothing happens.
Cool.
As
If she can make it out of the aura, she's gonna make it out of the damn
she can. I don't want to
aura.
remove
That way,
her.
maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do that too.
Or if that way is easier, I don't know.
I'm sure we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
And then she could
Probably
still...
on the way casting a spell, like midway.
Sure.
So she's not trying to cast it from behind a stalagmite.
Sure. I mean, she can act
yeah.
it.
And this
According
is,
to this.
This is rough. Because it's all like this big area of explosion. So, yeah, I guess her often go-to is Ray of Sickness. Hopefully
Alright.
that will work. Might as well boost it because the Sipo thing, and this thing's clearly tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ray of Sickness. Also second level.
Second level, alright.
Yeah, another spell slot for that. And because I don't remember the rules.
He rolls a save against the poison,
Right, con save, yeah.
which he failed.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. A 10 fails, I presume. She's a wizard, right?
Yeah, it's 14.
Alright, so now
it's-
bloated and poisoned as this beam hits it. The poison just starts invading the wounds that you guys made, and it just starts creasing. You guys start to notice its veins start pulsing green. Go ahead and roll the damage, sir.
Was it second level? 12 poison damage.
12 poison damage. Oof. It's starting to look pretty haggard.
Oh, she rolls first to hit it, and the con save is to be poisoned. Gotcha. So
Correct, yes.
She didn't roll to hit. Sorry, that's my bad.
Oh, no worries. Go for
I'm
it.
playing a caster right now, so my brain has just gone.
You're doing
Watch,
good.
she's gonna
You're,
miss.
you're playing somebody else's.
Watch, she's gonna miss.
What's going to happen?
Oh, she hits. It's 21.
Oh, yeah. That's...
Yay!
Alrighty, so an additional 12 points of damage,
I didn't
and
forget.
it is poisoned. This creature at this point is on its knees, just... Alrighty, is that going to be all for Gwyndian?
I think so. Again, no bonuses. So
Beautiful. Alright, Atyrus. This creature is now on its knees, looking awful.
Do you have to roll for cold damage, or is it not?
Thank you very much for reminding me. I get too excited, I forget things.
And I'm the one reminding you?
Alright, so that's going to be 7 points of cold damage, reduced to 3 due to your resistance.
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's long. Long sword.
Beautiful.
So like.
With advantage. You're flanking.
Yeah, I know, but
It's flanking and it's poison.
wanted.
So it's disadvantage. I think all attacks have advantage on. No,
No,
it just
no,
has
I think
disadvantage.
it's when it's like ability checks or something. I
I don't think it's also on attacks.
think it might be.
Uh,
It's not a
14.
Oof. 14. Not gonna hit him, I'm afraid.
Last slot of lucky.
Hey.
No way. Okay.
Okay, there we go. So we got 24. 24.
24 is definitely gonna hit.
You're a son of a. Okay.
Yeah, attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, nice. I got it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. So 12.
12 points of damage.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, she's looking bad.
Good.
Is it she?
Sure.
Doesn't matter. Just kill it.
Oh yeah, and then I'm going to
Second attack.
attack again.
Beautiful.
Okay, good. Yeah, 25.
25 is definitely gonna hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, she's starting to look very bad.
8.
8.
Yeah.
With your longsword?
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to put it down?
That's how you're gonna.
I'm so sorry she killed Sipo. So I am going to jam this longsword at the base of her spine and run it all the way up to
Oh.
the top of her neck.
Blood just sprays out of its back before it lands on its bloated stomach, and there's a small like as its belly pops underneath it, lying dead on the ground. As far as you guys can tell.
That was sick.
I popped my head from around the pillar there. Did I miss it?
No, we got it.
Oh,
Ours.
right. I was just about to hit it with my crossbow. Good thing you guys. Never mind. Because I only have a
Charlie
finite amount of these things.
books it
Yeah.
towards Sipo, just runs towards his mate, like on the edge of the challenge, just starts picking up and like looking at his friend, like Sipo, fucking wake up, mate, wake up!
Does anyone have any
I would
healing?
like to cure wounds on
There we
Sipo.
go.
Great. Yeah, go ahead and roll for the healing.
Does Borla know anything about trolls?
Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Plus nothing. 14.
Is this troll carrying anything? Besides a loincloth?
7.
Sorry, just
Is
one
it
quick.
blocking anything?
7. Alright. Sipo is officially stabilized as Tyrus places her hands on healing energy just whiffs over him before he comes to, before eventually just passing out. But as you look at his chest, he is slowly but surely breathing. Charlie immediately picks him up and just starts taking him to the back area over here in front of you, and he just starts laying down blankets and putting him down and just trying his best to warm up his mate as he goes about it. As you're examining this, the body of this little creature, however, it gets up. Its wounds are slowly patching together as the fire has worn off.
I'm just gonna start hitting it.
What? No.
What?
Alrighty. It was indeed your turn next. So we're just gonna go right back into this combat as it's picking itself
Pepe's
up.
turn.
It's it is.
Pepe's turn.
Alright, so Pepe just notices this, gets back up. Go ahead and make an attack roll for Pepe.
Does
want
Pepper
me
get
to-
fire or cold damage at all?
Thank you kindly. That's going to be 9 points of cold damage, reduced to 4 for Pepe.
Thank you.
What?
Advantage because it's poisoned, or?
Yeah, it is still technically poisoned. Well,
don't
no, you
know.
won't get that. But
Stand back up
it is flanking with
Borla.
with
Cool.
Borla, so we'll have advantage. She will
Okay,
have advantage,
so
excuse me.
that would hit anyway. So 21. Okay, 21.
21's going to hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Mm. 8.
Nice.
8. Nice. Still able to tear into this thing's flesh as it's slowly growing up. The noise that Pepe makes immediately turns all of your attention. Borla, you see this thing getting up again, just running towards you. You are going to have disadvantage on your attack without your reckless because of the previous
But I'm
hit.
flanking.
And you are flanking to that does
Straight
cancel
roll.
out. Yes.
Straight roll?
Straight
Cool.
roll.
I won't go reckless. But I get cold damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Hiya!
Like in the cold damage.
That's 11 points.
Whoa.
Its aura rolls so well.
This is by far the most damage that Borla has taken.
No.
She has taken 46 damage.
Yes. I mean, you're going head to head with a
Fuck
fucking
you.
troll.
Yeah, see how this goes. I'm just gonna roll for both attacks and cross my fingers.
Alright.
One of them is gonna miss with a 12. The other one is an 18.
18's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll some damage, sir.
Not awesome. Is 10 total.
10 damage.
10 damage total.
As it's just getting up, it's been torn at the back before it falls directly onto your blade. The collapse is still standing. However, the ice that is starting eating you guys alive is slowly starting to still patch its wounds up together, which is the last thing you see is the wound that you just made is still blurring together. However, it is now Donna Bonus.
Wait. For
Oh.
actually on my turn, I just want to.
I'm so sorry, yes.
I do with fire. God, I don't have fire.
Donna Bonnie?
Do some cold damage for me.
Thank you. No, okay. Alright, that's gonna be 6 points of cold damage.
Okay, I'm gonna cast some Hellish Rebuke because you've just caused me damage, right? That's a reaction. Hellish
Yes.
Rebuke.
Yep.
Is it melee?
No.
No, it's
there's
not.
Like a
Nope,
30-foot
if
range
you
or
cause
some
me
shit.
any damage,
Right,
it's
yeah.
60
It's a
foot
range, 60 feet.
and 60 feet.
Beautiful. Oh, a beautiful moment. It's almost like this
Perfect.
battle of elemental willpower as this ice that has slowly been killing everybody else and is patching its wounds up together start to bite up the neck and into the chest of Donna Bonnie. There's a moment of resistance as her eyes burn with fear. The frost slowly starts to melt away, and you guys see inside the air this battle of this cold aura and this heat that is now radiating from Donna Bonnie, clashing each other before the fire. And just slowly starts encapsulating the ice troll. Go ahead and roll your damage.
What is my damage for that? Oh, and I'm also... When I do it over a second level, the damage increases by 1d10, so it's 3d10 fire damage.
Go ahead and roll.
Thank you. Alright.
fire battles this cold aura, you guys start to feel the cold that has been biting the rest of you guys slowly starts to fade as this heat energy starts to grab around the ice troll, starts igniting the hair, the loincloth, the arms, and like the armpit hair just start to sizzle as fire goes about. How do you want to kill him?
Well, I still have Crimson Ray on my boomerang,
That's true.
so even though it doesn't matter, I'm going to throw it straight at my original plan, the jugular vein. I want to try to decapitate this motherfucker. Please.
As the
Thank you.
fire just starts to ignite, it just leaps his hair into the like sky, just screams in pain, and as its neck is revealed, it just tries to grab its arms, and as it does, the fire just starts to slowly singe off the fingers holding its throat before it falls into its knees. Collapses into the dust. When as it lands in the fire and the scorching heat from both the boomerang and the Hell's Rebuke, you guys feel the frostbite aura slowly fade as it lies dead on the ground beneath you.
Are we sure?
Are we?
Bola's just gonna keep. She's gonna finish, like head, hands, feet, everything.
Right. And as you're doing that, I peek my head around the pillar again. I was just about to shoot it with the crossbow.
Wow.
Yeah, you take your time.
Oh yeah, that's it.
There's no resistance.
Bola's looking bad. Just wounds, like gashes full of ice crystals and shit. She is in a rough spot right now.
But taking a turn with the rage, there's no resistance as
Oh yeah.
arm comes off, leg comes off. There's no resistance inside this creature. Life force has completely left this body as far as you're concerned.
Toss the boomerang back.
Thank you.
Ah.
Normally it comes back. Thank you.
Alright, it's stuck, so, fuck this thing. Fuck the cold.
Caves are a bad idea.
Seems that way.
My bad.
It's alright. Wanna, I don't know,
Want to search it?
raid this thing's home, see if it's got something.
Well, I feel like we should go see what it was eating before.
Right. Oh yeah, that's good, yeah. See what it's eating. See if anybody else they'd killed might be in here with some shit. I don't know. I'm sorry, I've lost a lot of blood though. It's all kind of frozen on me now.
I feel like I should heal you.
I mean, only if it's like,
Whoa.
you're not doing anything else.
I mean,
I
I don't
think
know.
Wendy looks a little rough as well because she took a bunch of damn cold damage.
Yeah.
I think technically her health is lower than mine.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I didn't put it on her thing. No, her health is actually identical.
Gwyndian.
Sophie's choice.
Yeah, I'll just cure wounds, level 2, on both of you.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Okay. Sorry. Let me just roll. Oh yeah.
63.
13.
For which one of us?
You.
Okay. Thank you.
And then 11 for Gwyndian.
Cool. 25. Cool. Just 2 seconds. Cool. Alright, yeah. Let's go see what this thing was munching on.
That doesn't take you too long. I would make you roll for it. As you guys start to approach the direction that it came from, you guys found what looks to be the carcass of a bear. It's kind of been torn apart, like sort of ripped apart, like chewing upon some of the ribs and the meat on the insides of it. The sight is grisly. But yeah.
Take a note about the pun.
Trying.
Yeah, just.
Trying. I knew.
Oh my god.
Look like, any other spoils of
Yeah.
anything around?
Roll me, I guess, investigation if you're looking for something particular.
Nest. Will is looking for something to get out of
Control
this
nest.
situation.
Sure.
Investigation. Straight roll. 9.
No, I mean, it's safe to say this creature's
Fine.
certainly made this its home.
Right.
But I mean, its nest for this most part is just this little cave area. It's found a bear. It started munching it down here. To the best of your knowledge, that's what you can tell.
I'm gonna go back and do some amateur dental work on it and just pull out 2 of the biggest teeth I can find.
All right, roll me a survival check. See how well you do that.
15.
15. All right. Yeah. Fairly easy to just rip out 2 massive tusks that kind of curl this way from its bottom jaw.
Excellent.
I mean, it's at your hands. You're probably looking at about the size of a kitchen knife. Yeah, for each.
I'll hand 1 to you and 1 to Tyrus. Said, you 2 are not. I don't know how much longer I could have gone. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Right. So I mean, make a note inside your inventory. It's not
Tusks.
a common thing to have an ice troll tusk.
Maybe you could
No.
sell it, keep it as a trophy. I don't know.
Well, thank you.
Just kind of a thing I did back, home. You killed something you want to remember.
A souvenir.
Right. Souvenir.
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does he get anything?
Can we sleep in this cave?
No. Absolutely. Are you out of? No. We
Well,
can't sleep in the cave.
I mean,
No. We're
we-
gonna sleep in the
Well, we
cave.
kind of killed the thing that was here. You would think most things wouldn't want to come into a troll cave, right?
I would think so.
Fair point.
Animals can like smell where other things are territorial, things. Sorry, lots of blood loss.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we should probably take a rest.
How long have we been traveling for the day? Probably.
Well,
It's been long or not.
I mean,
We
you
need a
traveled
short
a few
rest.
hours before you guys got you. Between, as far as you're concerned, between 3 to 5 hours.
Okay. Can always take a shorter rest for a little bit.
Sure, anything.
Roll some hit dice.
Alrighty.
Yeah, short rest. Yeah.
Great. Go ahead and do a short rest.
Sure, Sipo needs it.
I'm gonna update Gwyndian for us
Yeah, she'll probably.
by taking a short rest for
She's
her.
at 25 hit points, 2 second level slots. Might want to use some hit dice. I don't know.
Sure.
What does this mean? Should I check this or no?
25.
Short rest.
No,
No.
not during a short rest, but you can use hit dice if you'd like to heal up a little bit. You
How
have 10.
do we? Okay.
I can do it how many? I can just do 1d10 to...
You could do all 5 if you want to. It's just that you only generate half of your max on a long rest. So you can use many as you want. I'm going to use...
There we go.
Start with 2, see what happens. I guess I
It's up
can't...
to-
Okay, lose 3.
Nice. Alrighty.
Nice.
So for the most part, able to rest up, Charlie spends his entire time sitting with Seapo, just keeping up, who at this moment in time is still extremely worse for wear.
D12s.
You have the d10.
Uh, 17. Damn. 7 is... I heal
Oh, shit,
another 24.
I just did it.
Then I roll for Pepe as well.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Tasty hit dice.
they'll
I
she'll
know.
share your hit die.
Mine
So
is
whatever
great.
you roll, you
Perfect.
just roll for
I
her.
went back. Yeah.
Gotta clean out the ice from the wounds. and stuff.
Sure. I mean, it takes some time for you guys to patch it up, but there are supplies. There's clean cloth, things to sort of patch yourself up for the most part. Seapo does take some time. He is like in a horrible state.
Fuck.
And towards the end of the short rest, Charlie Booker's like, "Oh, thank God, someone else needs to take a look at the dogs." Seapo sits in the back with me for the rest of the trip. That's what's happening. So.
I'll take it. I'll take the dogs.
And I'll, I guess, navigate if you're a dragon.
Okay.
So then we got Taris and Boyle up front, Charlie and Sipo at the back, and then I guess you guys want to sit at the back with Gwyndian as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where you want to be? Gwyndian and Tobias and Donna. There we go. All right. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling check as you start to.
14.
14. All right. After they've, you've spruced them up and given them some love, and they've calmed down a bit. It's easy enough for you to get on the rails. Before long, you guys are ending up moving out to the rest of the tunnel before you are greeted to the outside.
Oh, fucking caves.
Huh.
You greeted once again with the aurora-stricken sky over the vast land of snow. Continuing to move out towards your intended destination. I guess if you guys are in the front, you guys want to roll me a perception roll while you're up there?
Sure. Nope. Rolled terrible. Decent perception.
17.
17.
8.
Okay. Still thinking about the battle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Never quite had that rough of a time before. That was a lot. I like trolls.
I don't like trolls either.
I don't think they're all like that specifically, but like all cold and icy. At least not what I've read about them. But yeah, that was horrible.
I could see why this path hadn't been traveled by a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
oh, it's clear, it's fine.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
clear.
like things don't want to go down there.
Right.
Right.
Lesson learned, maybe.
I think. I feel like the odds of us going back into a cave are fairly high, though. I'm just thinking, like, our track record, how bad this
Yeah.
place is.
Yeah, we're pretty much cave bound most
Yeah.
of the time.
It's good to laugh. It hurts, but it's good to laugh.
Yeah. Man. So, what's next for you after, I guess all this stuff? The Spire, and we take down what's her face, the
Oh,
Ice
like
Queen,
the Ice Queen.
the
I don't know really. Kind of did this to get away, work on some things, work out a bit my anger. It's plenty of outlets here for it.
Yeah.
I haven't had too much trouble finding distractions, but I don't know. I hadn't really thought that far ahead. I was gonna catch up with Lynn, Haven't really had much time to do that. We've been so busy.
Yeah.
So probably, if we come out the other side of this, of course, because the Icewind doesn't seem to like us too much.
Yeah. Seems
Frostmaiden,
like
whatever she is. Yeah, probably talk to her. I don't know, not been around for a while, but mostly in the same place. This is all new to me. My world's gotten much bigger now.
Yeah. Lynn helped me out a lot, so pretty indebted to your family.
Oh. Well, she's good. Part of the reason I came up here. She said didn't really have anywhere to go, so I knew she was here. I haven't seen her since I was, wee, but
Yeah.
she was always nice. Not quite as crazy, I don't recall. But I feel like this place would do that to you.
Especially now, yeah.
Maybe I don't spend quite that amount of time here like her. Otherwise, it could be hereditary, I don't know.
Alright.
Traveling along, you notice, you eventually catch the sight of the forest that you guys had the option of going through as well. Eventually leaves you off into the distance. You see some figures walking in amongst the trees. Fairly large figures walking about, but they are behind you as you guys continue to travel for quite some time. Travel for a bit The aurora slowly, once again, starts to fade on a night out. Sleeper slowly comes to for a little bit before Charlie's able to pick him up. He's able to catch some of his breath for a little bit, not really saying too much. But the aurora completely fades. Nighttime settles in. And before long, you guys are struck with a strange sight sitting on the edge of the horizon. About a 20-foot high, irregular shaped spur of rock juts out of the tundra ahead of you. Its smooth and shiny surface cannot possibly have been worn down by the wind. No, this protrusion looks utterly out of place, as if it had been thrust into the ground. Almost talon-shaped, not too unlike the tusk that you just had. A large spur of a strange rock juts out, almost like a talon. At the edge of the spur, you guys start to see that. Right about the idea of where you've been traveling is indeed within your eyesight.
I thought it was going to be bigger.
I thought it was gonna be straighter.
Oh, right, that too.
I thought different.
See, this is your problem. You guys have expectations. The key to life is to not have any expectations ever, and then you're never disappointed. See, I'm not disappointed by this. I think this is a perfectly fine Spire. I don't even know what a Spire is. I had a little bit too much coffee. I'm sorry.
So
Get coffee.
now we're here. Yeah, where'd you get coffee?
Wait a second.
There's a bunch in the bed. You want some? I can make you a pot.
Yeah.
I'll
Wait,
make another
sorry,
pot.
weird thing.
Yeah, sorry, Spire. Wow. See? Not disappointed at all.
All right. You see anybody around? And, you know,
Huh? Roll me a perception check.
don't really even know why we're here for sure. Oh, nice. 22.
No.
Nobody
Nobody
Wow.
else around.
I feel confident I don't see anyone, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll for that.
Sure, go ahead and roll. Justin Baller's eyesight.
So the wizard told Gwen, you, to meet here?
Yeah, well, he said it in my head, and then he caught fire and died. But he said that I was supposed to meet him here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Did I get his name? I don't remember.
She had coffee too, just so you guys know.
yeah.
Dazan.
Dazan.
Yeah,
So
D''Z''A''N, Dazan.
good old
The Red
apostrophe.
Wizard of Thay.
Do you want to call out to him in your head out loud?
Sure. Hey! Dazan! There's no response.
Maybe he was just like,
At
they're
that
not
point,
going to light me on fire, and then they lit him on fire. It's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have made that date.
yeah. I don't know, maybe he thought that I was like going to save him or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which I wouldn't know how to do.
Yeah, why would he think that?
Yeah, I don't know. Been alive for like 3 weeks.
All right.
Investigate
Well.
closer, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yes.
weird.
Trick on forward. It's strange. As the moon starts to crescent behind the towers at the edge of the spire, it reflects on its surface rather strangely, not in a natural kind of way. And as you guys kind of get closer, it's definitely not natural rock. This is something that's been crafted very carefully back in the day. A lot of the snow seems to cover around the base of it. And that's all that you guys notice just from your base investigation and perception as you get closer to this large talon figure, 20 feet high.
In anything with my, stone cunning as a dwarf.
Oh, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Should look and see where's the benefits from stone cunning.
I think you add you double your proficiency for it.
I'm considered proficient and double for the stone cunning check. Okay, because I'm not proficient in history. So that's what would be +6 then, because alright, cool.
Nice, go ahead and roll.
18.
All right. So you can confirm that the stone is neither naturally formed nor manually hewn, but this has been shaped by magic.
Mm.
I can also tell you that the protruding rock that you see in front of you is a part of a larger structure that you can only guess far as further deeper down into the snow beneath you.
Okay.
You don't recognize the constructs at all. None about this architecture makes any kind of like recognition of it. Recognition of the history that you've studied through architecture or anything like that.
Is there a door?
Roll me investigation check. Just have to look around.
So I think this thing's
22.
just the tip. Like it goes further down, and that's not natural. It's not made by people, like with their hands. I think we got magic going on here, which makes sense with the wizard.
See? It's a little more impressive now, isn't it?
All right.
As you
Yeah.
start to pop off, you feel the crunch of snow underneath your foot. It's taking time to look around the area. Eventually, you found a small little protrusion around the area of it all. Maybe about 5 foot diameter. Is a tunnel, almost like at a steep angle, disappears down and inside the direction of the center.
No, this isn't exactly a cave, but it sure is cave-like.
Oh, it
Should we
feels
go
like
in?
A cave. Yeah. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
Ah, so those zombies look like we could have fun with them instead. No, I guess we're going back in.
I mean, we came this far.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, Gwen, is this what you want to do?
Yeah, if I can be honest, I'm a little nervous,
Mm.
but I would really like some answers to my backstory.
I have an idea. Perhaps this puts us a man down in case we get into a fight, but I think Charlie should stay back and take care of Sipo.
I'd like that very much, if that's all right. I think
Yeah.
it's fair to say that he's not certainly suited to going on a further adventure over here, and I need to make sure that my friend's okay.
Do you mind keeping watch while you're also taking care of Sipo?
Oh, not at all. Be
Someone's
mine.
gonna
Thank you.
Yell down, maybe it echoes. I don't know.
Sure.
You got a big voice, so that could work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you could be our Spire crier. Like town crier.
I love it. I'm the Spire Crier.
I did it.
That was better.
Morla's beside herself laughing. Just like this.
Point of inspiration. That was a good plan to pay off. Alrighty, so you notice this
Yeah,
tunnel does rather steeply disappear into the center.
Okay. I just never inspired before.
All right. I'll go first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're just gonna...
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
You guys notice as Tobias slides down the tunnel, disappears down.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
Do you see anything?
Pepe goes.
Okay, Pepe's.
You hear that.
Oh.
And
What do I see?
as you land for a while, there's this before you land down. But you get up, and it was an alright fall. It's hard to ascertain the distance, but it was a little while. But as you sort of peek up, very disoriented, as you start to take a look around this place, the slippery tunnel opens up into an upside-down room, the contents of which are coated in frost. Across from the tunnel is a wooden door that's flush with the ceiling, which used to be the floor. The door is ajar, and flanking it are 2 identical stone statues that hang down like stalactites. Across the statue are sconces that typically hold fire, and even the fire itself seems to somehow be flowing downwards.
I think it would take me longer to explain it than it would for you to slide down here and see it yourself.
Morla's already like diving in his first.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw. You didn't move.
Oh shit.
She's not too big. She's just dense.
Yeah, she's just it.
11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
You shout and look up. There's a, hey guys, it would take me like a... Borla, you collapse on top of Tobias, but you do well enough not to take any damage.
Oh, thank you.
And Borla,
That'd be pretty
he's-
fucked.
Haven't you ever stood at the bottom of a slide before? You get out of the way.
You know, I haven't.
Oh, well. Get out of the way.
You feel at the back of your head just a very light figure as Gwyndian just kind of bounces off of you, and she gets up on the ground. And should you guys ever choose to join, you notice the same thing, like loose items such as broken jars, a table that has collapsed from where it was, a broken chair in the corner, seems to be collected on the ground. There's a chandelier at the bottom that, strangely enough, seems to somehow still be intact, but it's attached to the floor, which used to be the ceiling. As the flames flicker down, still lighting the room area up, you guys feel no warmth from them. And you guys have now started your journey inside a strange spire out in the middle of Icewind Dale. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Well done, we found it! And we survived!
We did.
And we killed the troll!
Barely.
Yeah. Not an easy fight.
No.
The ice troll was not an easy encounter.
Cold aura.
But you guys did great.
Oh.
Well done. So once again, everybody, you can catch us every Saturdays at 1:30 p.m. where we continue Icewind Dale, Rime of Frostmaiden. However, next week we will not be doing episode 11. Next week, something very special is going to be happening. The completely redacted and re-edited version of The Cabin, our very first starting one-off adventure that we did, where all of the people played themselves inside a beautiful, cozy little town in California called Rock Ridge, is going to be released, completely re-edited. We did brand new footage of some of the like the battle maps with backgrounds. We got the minis a little more showcased. The sound and the music has been upgraded a bit. So that whole thing is going to be released same time at 1:30 p.m. but in lieu of episode 11. And it's going to be a nice little celebratory reminder of the crazy one-offs that we like to do, because the noir one-off is well underway. But catch me at 11 p.m. where, of course, once again, I stream with my brothers. Casey and I have DM chats at 8 p.m. And on Mondays at 8 p.m. I do map making Mondays, where I make the digital maps and things like that, just based off of suggestions and ideas and possible off-screw tangents. But other than that, thank you so much. Please look after yourselves, stay safe, and just love each other. Just be nice. That's about it. But other than that, cheers, guys. Well done, guys.